what kept me up last night. How to get cool content from, not cool, different and more interesting content to you and into the mainstream. How do we do that?
If you know me at all, you know that like one of my huge things is representation for like women and people of color and the LGBTQ community. So basically, most people, there's not enough representation. We all know that. And maybe we don't, and we can talk about that at another time. Am I right? Okay, you see where I'm going with this already. I haven't had any coffee yet today. But what kept me up last night, where does the money come from? So like I'm working on this like show. It's for a major streaming platform, and chances are you're gonna see it someday. And I'm an indie, like low budget creator. A couple grand to me is like you like gave me like a gold mine. I left my air conditioner on, so you get a festive room tone. This show, and I knew that this was real, there's so much money. One rental, like a kit rental for like one department, costs as much as my show. That is 8 episodes long, and I released to you for free on YouTube. I've been trying to fundraise $7,000 for like the last 2 years so I can make 30 minutes of content. Shout out, more feminist comedy, please. Having trouble still. And I sit here and I watch these like purchase orders and receipts go by my desk, and I'm like, where did they get the money? Probably like all these superhero franchises or like whatever crazy ass show like we're all shipping super hard. Like, did you watch this last night? Blah, 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 blah. Obviously that's what they're getting at. It's so much money that I'm like, it can't be all from one thing. There have to be like people giving them money. I don't know. Then I'm like, how do they decide who gets that money? And I'm like, they decide who gets it based on who has done good stuff before. There's great people on the show. Let's be real. There's like a faith. There's people putting their trust in you. Like, oh, I know you can make something good. Oh, I know like that people liked your other stuff, so there's a better chance that they're going to like this stuff. They decide it that way, but how did those people get there? So where does the money come from? We kind of know. Maybe. It's all a mystery. It's just like a Rubik's Cube. It all comes together somehow. It's trying to crack like a nut with your fingernails. Like, you don't have like a nutcracker, like those little things. You don't have that. I don't have that. My grandpa has one. He lives in Kentucky, so I can't borrow it. But who gets it? How do they get it? I don't know. I just brushed my teeth. But then, how many shows out there are literally garbage? They, like, either they're just, like, a horrible story, like an old, like, mashed together tropes of things that we've seen a million times. And, like, I love, like, a good rom-com, and, like, I love, like, a good crime show. But why is that all that there is? Like, how many more TV shows do we need about, like, a troubled white male? We have one in the White House. Like, we're doing better. Like, Netflix, Orange is the New Black. Dear white people, this is controversial, but 13 Reasons Why is dope. A great way to begin a conversation about suicide. There is stuff out there, but like, again, we can't just point to a small section of something and say that it represents the whole. Black Lives Matter, feminism. So we can't look at that success and say that represents television as a whole, because it does not. Like, look at Game of Thrones. That is a literal fictional world, and it's still racist and sexist. They could have imagined something else. And you can't say that that's historical, because this is a literally fictitious show. So I don't want to hear about how that's what they used to do in the olden days, because this world does not exist. I'm sorry to spoil that for you. I want to believe that Hogwarts exists. This is off topic. I love Game of Thrones. Don't hate. I wonder how we make space. How do we make space in all of this noise for creators who have something really special to say? Not like special, like they're going to change our lives, but, well, I kind of do. They have a different point of view. Like, we get to see a life that we've never seen before. Like, fuck my show. Look at like something like My Gimpy Life. Watch it if you haven't. What a great show. How often do you see like a differently abled person on television who's not only on television but is the star of her show? How often do you see that? Don't you want to? I don't have any fucking idea what it would be like to be in a wheelchair in LA trying to be an actor. Do you? And I would like to know. But it has a huge fan base. Like, it has so many people who know about it. Again, people are going to be like, what about high maintenance? Again, we cannot point to a small chunk of people and say that it is representative of the whole. Sorry, my nails look terrible. Great for them. And like, boy, are they like climbing that ladder, and I hope that like they send the elevator back down, to mix metaphors, whatever. How do those stories find their way onto television? All I can look here and say is that we live in a time when you can really put your money where your mouth is. Like, some company will say something shitty, like that Dove commercial. Woof. We talking about that? And then social media comes for them, man. They come for them. And like, yay. We have this enormous power to put our money where our mouth is. And it's like we're not doing it. How do we do that? Vote with your view. Your views kind of are your money on Netflix and stuff like that. But I don't really know how to put that into practice because there's this huge gap between Netflix and like YouTube. So this is what kept me up last night and keeps me up most nights. I thought making a video about this would solve something for me, and it's really just created more questions. So if you have the answers, by God, please tell me what they are, because I would like to see things change in my lifetime, and I would like for my nieces to grow up knowing that they don't have to only like things that are pink and covered in glitter. And I want that for their friends too. Fuck, I want it for me and for you. Let's do it. I think I might make this a thing, I guess, because I guess I'm putting this on YouTube. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm Taylor Coriel, and I guess this is an episode of What Kept Me Up Last Night.